Just getting in the car after day 5 of Browns training camp, and today was different. Pads came on for the first time this summer, and you could tell the intensity on the field between the players was definitely cranked up a notch. And I think one of the biggest plays that showed that late in the practice, 11 on 11s, Carson Schlesinger took out Dylan Sampson on a run play up the middle, popped him, got the defense hooting and hollering, and they all kind of crowded around him and were celebrating the hit. And it was the first real sign that football is truly just around the corner because the pads are coming on here. But yeah, definitely a different intensity just about the practice in general. I think I would say today the offense had probably its best day of camp so far. And as noticeable as the popping was with the pads, it was also noticeable the way they shared the reps between the quarterbacks, particularly without Kenny Pickett, who we know is dealing with that hamstring issue and was not at practice today. Kevin Stefanski told us before practice Joe Flacco would take the majority of those first-team reps, but they did divvy them up still, largely between him and Dylan Gabriel. Shedeur still has yet to take snaps with the ones after today, but I thought all three quarterbacks looked their best of camp so far. Flacco was throwing some pinpoint throws in some tight windows against the first-team defense. He actually had a play where he got sort of flushed and had to scramble. You saw a 40-year-old scramble. Dylan Gabriel got a couple different opportunities with the ones, had a really nice pass to Deontay Johnson on an out route we'll come back to here in a second, and Shedeur Sanders threw one touchdown to wrap up practice, that final 11 on 11 portion. He had another one that was close to a touchdown, but we're ruling it a sack after talking with my media brethren because it looked like he would have absolutely been taken down. So, but regardless, a good day from all three quarterbacks. I actually don't think, aside from that sack, which he technically completed because it was a toss-up to the back of the end zone to Gage Lavardane, and he caught it. Cameron Mitchell didn't really jump for it. It was kind of over his head. But, again, it was a sack. But even counting that one, no incompletions for Shedeur Sanders today, which is a pretty big deal, obviously, all things considered. But the other thing I want to go back to, Deontay Johnson caught a really nice pass from Dylan Gabriel on an out route, final 11 on 11s, and it was Deontay Johnson's best day. He had a couple other catches earlier in practice. The route he ran to get open on that out route I mentioned was just, perfection. Lost Cameron Mitchell in the process and got himself open, and so stock rising for Deontay Johnson after day 5. We'll talk about all these things and more in the next episode of the Locked On Browns podcast.